Jagabanism, if I'm to put it in the dictionary, I would say the meaning of Jagabanism is hijacking what is not yours and trying to make it better.
So if the military can take over, I don't have a problem with that.
Backward thinking. That's backward. Whoever is thinking of me taking over at this age, such person is mischievous. And we should question the intention of such persons.
It is going to be very, very difficult coup to happen in this country. First of all, number one, everybody is wise now. Coup will withdraw us back instead of making us to become forward. I think
this is Voice TV live at the Federal Secretariat in Abuja. Nigerians begin the 2 days warning strike of NLC, and tomorrow begins and ends the whole Presidential Election Tribunal judgment. What would be Nigerians be expecting? What would be the judgment? Would it favor some, and would it make some cry? Join us as we ask Nigerians their reactions going forward.
Okay, my name is Benga Adele. I'm a content creator. I consult for some government of officials or parastatals and things. So, and the issues have been that's come up right now. Let me first address the issue of the election tribunal, the election issues. What I would just say about President Tinubu right now, I'm sorry, I don't know if I'm wrong saying that, but at least this is my opinion. At least I'm entitled to my opinion in a democratic society. I would say Tinubu or Jagabanism, if I am to say, is the art of taking what does not belong to you, then trying to make it better. That is what I feel to it. Because looking at, I'm not happy at the way he came in, I have to be frank, but looking at what the plans he said he has, at least that's a refinery thing. To be very frank with you, I want to see my nation, become better in my lifetime. So that December one that they say, okay, by December, the protocol we start working. I was so happy. Yes, he came the wrong way and all that. So now, the tribunal judgment, if they say, okay, fine, let's give it to the right person, why not? If the right person is going to do the right thing, that is my own. It's about us doing the right thing right now, seriously. So, that is my take on that, because I wouldn't have the power to decide for people, or to decide what people should think. They have the right to their opinion, but this is my opinion that Jagabanism, if I'm to put it in the dictionary, I would say the meaning of Jagabanism is hijacking what is not yours and trying to make it better. I'm sorry, President Tinubu is hearing me somewhere now. That is how I define Jagabanism. I'm sorry. Then yes, please, the other question.
Yes, it has to do with there's been this speculation that because Francophone nations are experiencing military takeover.
Yes.
Do you think Nigeria is ready for it, and do you think it's the best? Right?
Okay, for me, really, I don't think it is best. It is the best because every nation is moving towards democracy or making democracy better. Okay. And the military comes or intervenes wherever there doesn't seem to be the right system of government being exercised, all right? Why would the Gabon president make it a family thing? I'm sorry, I have to, because I try to what is happening, when, I'm too busy, so when politicians start having problems, I'm like, oh, what is their problem? Then I start why? The father ruled for 58 years, handed over to the son, so it's now become a family, like a room and parlor family flat. So if the military now felt, okay, they should take it up from him, okay, but for me, in Nigeria, I think Nigeria we are too advanced, or we are too mature to start doing military things here, okay? The military should defend us or protect us, all right? And let the Democrats or the politicians do their work. There are innovations, there are ideas, there are movies. I have a full-length movie I'm doing, animated. So, how come it's difficult to fun? It's almost like, oh, you have this, take take the money, go and do it. So how come they are not doing that? And how come they are riding good jeeps? I mean, big jeeps. Yes, I have to say it. If you want to arrest me, please. Please. Put me in prison.
It's actually an advice.
Yes, it's an advice.
Please
take it serious.
My worry is the fact that Nigerian youth are the most vulnerable.
Yes, they are very vulnerable. Yes.
Anything can happen.
I'm telling you this. I'm telling you, please. Let them please take action. If you want to arrest me now and go and put me in prison, please do it. Please.
No,
you understand? At least I stand guilty for telling the truth, right? Then please.
Truth is actually what
yes, please. That's what we need now, please. Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
All right, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. All right. Sir. Yes, sir. Military will take over or should take over Nigeria as it is happening in the Francophone nations. What do you think? How do you react to this? Do you think military should or military can take over Nigeria?
Actually, I'm a product of the military, and I've experienced military government in Nigeria so far. And I really believe much more in the military approach to addressing the problems we are facing today. So if the military can take over, I don't have a problem with that. Because from indications of what is happening all over Africa now, we can't rule that out completely. But above all, let the will of Allah be done.
Backward thinking. That's backward. Whoever is thinking of me taking over at this age, such person is mischievous, and we should question the intention of such persons. You know, when you're talking about development of society, you know, it begins with human development, and human development starts from freedom. Freedom gives you, you know, empowerment, and from there you liberate, you have fear. So, and the best thing that can give any society freedom is democracy, system of governance. So if anyone is not saying that we should go back to military rule, then that means that we are going back to where we have left decades ago. That's backward thinking, and such thinking should not even be entertained. The administration of Eradua to Jonathan and Buhari, you know, there has been a lot of, you know, insensitivities to the appointment of service chief. During Jonathan, you see whereby even all the service chiefs come from almost the same sector of the nation. Same thing happened during Buhari time. In fact, it's even worse. For like 8 years, we have service chiefs that come from a single sector of the economy, and this contributes to the insecurity in our nations. Currently, I think the present administration tried a little. At least we have a spread of service chiefs in theories, you know, sector of the nation. So I think that is that move in the right direction. It may not be perfect, but he has done credibly better than what we have been having over decades ago. So it's a right move, and this alone will give a sense of belongings to every sector of the nations. And these are things that we need to strengthen our democracy, to bring about the peace we're clamoring for.
It is going to be very, very difficult coup to happen in this country. First of all, number one, everybody is wise now. Coup will withdraw us back instead of making us to become forward. I think we understand. So the democracy in this country is the best action, especially the American system we are following is the best. So coup will never happen in this country. We are the giant of Africa. We know what we are doing. All is a mere saying, it's a speculation. It's not going to be a coup. The architecture and the security they selected in this country is in a proper perspective. You see, it's the first time now you see Igbo man has already got a chief of naval staff. It's a mix. Even in this Kaduna South, they are crying the chief of joint staff. So the security advisor is from Adamawa. Chief of air staff is from Kano. So coup in this country will never happen. It is very, very difficult because they are loyal to the country and they are loyal to Mr. President.
Thank you very much for your time.
But let them be good politicians, all right? I love what they said Wike did in Port Harcourt. I would like him to duplicate it here. Like he fixed the roads well. I'm not happy. I live at Apo and Apo Road. I don't know how true that 40 billion was allocated for that road twice and they had the money, they didn't do it. Why would I be happy? All right? Now, if the military takes over and want to do it better, well, I wouldn't have a problem, but I have a problem with military government because this is, they call it junta, right? So let let's do democracy well, so that the military won't have the need to. I don't know. That's my opinion.
Lastly, I think there's this assertion that the mix of the service chiefs compared to what we've had in the past, that this seems better. They think this will better control security management issues. What's your belief?
Yes, I think from what President Tinubu has done so far, the mix. I think it's promising to me. It looks promising. Like I mentioned Wiki just recently. I think 2 days ago, that same approach he had started. We started. Something is moving. So the mix. I think I like the mix. All right, I like the mix, and I want to believe. I choose to believe because I wouldn't know. I just choose to believe that they will perform well. Because right now every finger is crossed, or we are like, okay, like the December thing, the refinery. That's what's even exciting me. I'm sorry. I'm like, hey, I want to see this thing happen in my lifetime, and if it happens, honestly, I'll be very happy, really. So,
lastly, before we allow you leave us, Nigerian youths have actually been the most vulnerable, most used, and most underdeveloped community within our population. What is your direct advice to the government on Nigerian youth development?
I think the Nigerian government should really pay good attention to this, because I remember the past Ministry of Youth and Sport. I'm sorry, I have to say it now. They will buy.
You mean Sunday Dari's ministry?
Yes.
He performed, or did he perform well or underperform?
I don't know. Because I wouldn't know how far other youths, but from what I've seen, it's almost like, we can take Miss Gambo Musa.
Today begins the 2 days warning strike from the NLC. So far, so good. What's your reaction?
My reaction, yes, there is a pain. They're supposed to take reaction. See how the transport fare skyrocketed. Everything skyrocketed in the market, no any salary. This removal of subsidy is good, but they have done it in the wrong way. They're supposed to put palliative in place in order to alleviate the suffering of the masses in general. The whole masses in this country, about 90% are suffering.
Okay, my name is Yusuf Adeni Rashid.
Mr. Rashid, NLC started a 2 days warning strike today. So far, so good. What is your reaction to this?
Well, to an extent, it could be a good reactions. At least there stands a chance of putting government in their shoes by demanding them to do the right thing. But the problem is just that how credible is the NLC in their actions?
Wow.
Actually, there have been these speculations about overhauling the security architecture of this country. So we will have to sit down, like I've said, and go back to the drawing board and get it done right. It's not about political appointments, it's about the right persons in the right place, and move forward, irrespective of whether it's a Christian or a Muslim. That's my stake.
Yeah, if you look at it from the trend of their actions, for an honest person, you question their actions, because at the time that you expect them to take actions, they don't take actions, and they seems to have get involved in politics, and that has really affected their actions. So it gives a sense of not credibility.